My name is Massive West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me on this channel, you are highly welcome, of course. This is a place where I'll separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about a very exciting subject. And today we are going to be talking about the concept of death, the spirit of death, the gods of death. Why do people venerate deaths, death gods, or spirits in charge of deaths? Why are they important? This is a very serious question because most people are afraid to die. Every living thing is afraid to die, especially we human beings. We don't want to die. We want to enjoy life as much as possible. We want to enjoy ourselves, our short time under the sun. But the sad thing is that every living thing must die. Okay? And we came here. There's always a beginning, there's always a ending. There's this great circle of life that we are fulfilling. Everything works in harmony. We are part of this dynamics. Okay? We are born to live and we live to die. Okay, so we are just like in a circle, a circular motion that is constantly rotating. Birth, death, rebirth, birth, death, rebirth cycle. This cycle is moving, it's evolving, it's twisting, it is constantly in motion, energy in motion. And as we are moving within this, we are supposed to be changing, transforming, evolving, going somewhere, becoming into something new. Okay, whichever every cycle that we pass through, we must advance forward, we must evolve. Okay, we must be able to get to a place where we'll become a critical mass, where we'll become a life-sustaining planet, become one with divinity or separate from divinity, become a living entity like the sun. We are all growing somewhere, okay, to come into our own being. So for me, death is a good thing. Most people are afraid of death because they are limited to this one reality. Most of them have been blindsided with religion, superstitious belief, and they see death as a good, as an evil thing, as a bad thing, something to be dreaded. And far from that, that is far from the reality. Death is something that we should welcome, the way we welcome births, because it means that it symbolizes an achievement of transitioning to another realm, to a place of a greater station. Or it means that you are actually upgraded. You actually came to this life, you learned, you gathered experience, you fulfill, you enjoy, do everything, make yourself make an impact on the generation on the earth, and you cross to a higher transition with the hope of coming back in a better way or going to a place whereby you can have higher responsibilities to usher. So that is a very good thing. So if you see death like this, you will not be afraid of death. You will see it as something to look forward to. You will see it as something that is your friend. You will see it as something that uh, you will actually anticipate. Okay, that is a blessing. For people that are saying death is a curse, there are people that think that living forever, not being able to die, living, repeating everything, this you get tired, you live for 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 years. You must pray to die one day. You get tired of doing the same thing over and over again. So living in flesh for eternity can be a curse to some people. So death is a welcome event. So the good thing about death is that it enables us to take advantage of the time that we have to do something. When you know that your time is limited here, you will want to take your life seriously. In fact, death is the main ingredients, or it is the main reason why people actually want to live life to the best of their abilities and capabilities. When you know that you are going to die within a certain time frame, you will want to do something meaningful with your life. You will want to do something that is worth leaving behind. Okay, so death is a very good thing. So venerating the gods of death or the spirits of death will teach you this lesson, and they will make you teach you how to make valuable use of your time, that limited time you have on this earth. This is one of the reasons why the principle of death or the deities of death are a very important deity in African spirituality. Okay, these are the deities that they represent truth. Everybody must die. You cannot escape it. Whether you love death, you hate death, you run away from it, you will still die. So you better for you to prepare your mind and embrace it and make it your friend. It's a very powerful ally. Why is your friend? And I will tell you why death is a very powerful ally today. Let's say me, like one of my principal deities is Anubis. Ampu, you know him as Ampu in ancient Egypt, is the principle that represents death. Okay, and it's a very powerful principle. In fact, for me, if you ask me, I will say this is the most powerful principle on this physical world, because every living thing is under the domain of this principle. Everything, every human, every animal, every plant, anything that can die, if so-called God can die, is under the principle of death. So it's something that we cannot ignore. Okay, this principle we call them is Santisma Moriete. The Mexican spirituality. In ancient Kemet, we call him Apu Anubis. He can come as a man, as a woman. It's still the same principle. This is a spirit that is responsible for any soul coming out and going in. Okay, so why will somebody like me work with a spirit like this? Because when you go advance into African spirituality, you must recognize this principle, that this is something you just cannot ignore. If you really practice in African spirituality, you will come face to face with death, and you cannot ignore it. So you have to, whether you black, you yellow, you white, you anything, you gay, you purple, you will still die. So you must come to terms with this reality. So the earlier you come to reach terms with it, the better. So a lot of times in African spirituality, the main point of veneration is our ancestors that have crossed over to these gates. So they have a lot of experience on the other side. For we to make contact with these late ancestors, of course, we need to go through the gate of this deity, call them deaths or Ampu, Anubis. So it's a deity that you must consider when you want to give things to your ancestors, like offering, libation. You must also give libation to this deity because he or she is the gatekeeper of the death ring. Okay, you must call their name, you must acknowledge them, you must thank them, you must respect them because they are dead. You will meet them, they will pass them. So you cannot ignore. It's as simple as that. So let's say I am a friend of Santisma Moriete, a very good friend. I am a very good devotee or priest. Then some people are planning bad for me. Some powerful spiritualists or some people want to take me out, whatever reason. They already planned that they will take me out, they will kill me, they will do something to me. And they want to take me out before my time. They just feel that for whatever reason, they want to stop me. And then they do whatever they do, whatever spell or whatever plan that they do. So as they do this plan, normally before you act, before we manifest in the physical and the spiritual, they have already planned it, done everything. I would have already died spiritually, of course. So me, myself, I will not know anything that some people are planning to kill me. So I'm doing my own regular thing, minding my business, but somebody along the line, this deity that is my friend, will be doing his own thing, manning his gates of the halls of the double truth, looking out for souls that are coming or even harvesting some or preparing some. Then maybe all of a sudden we see my soul or my spirit coming into the realm of death. Then when he sees my soul, he'll be like, what is if he was coming here to do? It's not yet his time, but he's coming here. Is it going to die? He will see me coming, we see my spirit coming, meaning we see that some people already plan to kill me. And if I cross over this gate, I will die. So as my friend, he will stop, he will turn me back. Come, it's not yet your time. Okay? He will turn me back, tell me to go back. And it will also alert me of the plan of people that are trying to take me out before my time. So based on this, I will know that somebody is trying to send me to an untimely grave, which is not my own. Then I will be careful. I will need to protect myself. Or it will tell me what to do. Don't pass through this place. Don't go to this place or this and this person. They are planning to take you out. This is a very serious issue. You should be careful. So I will know that some people are planning to kill me. But let's say I don't have this principal as my friend, and just on his own sitting down and they see a regular soul coming in. This person have no connection with us, and the people that really want to take him out are really, really serious people. He might choose maybe to allow or not to allow something like this. That person will still learn his lesson. So this is one of the reasons of venerating. When you're working with the death principle, you it's very hard for people to take you out just like that. Okay, it's very hard, especially when you're doing the work of the deity, you're doing the work of the ancestors. You are like their mouthpiece or their spear or their divine will. You are their divine embodiment. It's very hard for people to just wake up in the morning and say that they want to take you out. They will find it very difficult because they're not just dealing with just one person, they are dealing with many principles together. So, this is one major benefit of working with this death principle. Okay, everybody will die one day, but at least you will know when your time is up. Okay, you will know when your time is up, and you don't need to be afraid of anything. And even if you cross over, you already know where you are going, you already know what you are doing, your work still continues. It's not like somebody that is afraid or does not know anything and is unwilling to put himself uh, in this situation. So you find out that your case is even much more better. Today I want to be talking about some gateways we use, why we use them, and in the African spirituality, of course, you'll be familiar with skulls, like you see the one behind me. And this one I want to show you. This one is a ram skull, okay? For that ram that I killed during the last circle, Ra celebration, I would say Christmas, the last rotation of the sun. That white ram you see me killing, this is the skull of that white ram, okay? I wanted to dedicate this skull to Ra, and I want to tell you about the skull. There are some people that have been arguing or saying things or traditional beliefs that ram skull is better than goat skull for ancestral communication. Goat skull, which one is much more better? And I want to talk about it today for people that are interested in doing a skull fetish, having a skull fetish. This information will be very, very useful to them. Okay, we use this skull now for communicating with spirits of the dead, spirit of the ancestral realm. There are some deities that are spirits that dwell inside bones of dead animals or dead organisms. Of course, it's easier for them to to reside inside here, and easier for you to reach out to them through here. So part of the reason people do this is through the skull. They get the skull, consecrate the skull, and they use it at the point of contact. When you do your libation straight on the skull, it goes directly into the spirit realm. Okay. So for serious practitioners, the time will come whereby you will need to be making quick contacts to that realm. You will need something like this. This thing that I'm doing, this topic is not even supposed to be for the general public. It's not even supposed to be for general public, but I'm just trying to explain something. One thing I have come to discover is that in the use of skull, ram skull and goat skull, I have discovered that why many people use the goat skull. The goat skull is much more stronger. The goat bone is stronger than the ram bone. Okay, so if you want something that will last long, you want the skull that will really last long, I will advise that you use goat. Okay, goat bone seems to be stronger. It's stronger than ram bone. Okay, so goats are versatile, and goat is these two animals, ram and goat, are the two most used animals in sacrifice. When you want to talk of four-leg animals in African spirituality, goat and ram is mostly used. There are some deities that use goat a lot. They demand goat. Some demand ram. Some people will say ram is for celestial deities or for kind of good work. If you say you want to do some, they say they call it so-called white work or peace, love, something, prosperity. Especially Sarah, we will do this white garment parties or all white parties. Sarah, party of prosperity. most people prefer to use ram. When people like want to redeem life of somebody, maybe somebody is sick, seriously sick, they cannot do anything, they will say ram, white ram, to change the life of the person, or to give as an offering for the person to say. They use white ram, they use ram for this kind of things. Then some people will say goat is for dark work, and I don't know why they give goat this kind of negative connotation. You can use goat for any kind of work you want to do. These Western people, they use the goats. They call the goat that a black goat, like they use it as a symbol of Satan. When you see Baphomet symbol, is the head of a goat. Then in this in Judaism, they cause the goat this spirit they call Azazel, that they say is an evil spirit or something that they use. They will give one offering to Azazel and one offering to God, which is usually the goats that they will tie or they will kill in the wilderness. So people believe that to do evil work, they use goat a lot, but that is a misconception. You can use goat offering to give to any spirit for anything you want to do. Okay, goat we go, your ram we also go. The only difference is that goat maybe it's much cheaper than ram. Ram is much more expensive. Yes, ram is expensive in this part of our world in West Africa. Ram is much more expensive than goat. So goat is not expensive, easy to get, and people like goat. Scent nice, the meat is strong. Ram meat is soft, and ram bone is also soft. Well, if you want to do a skull fetish that will last long, for you, I will recommend goat skull. Okay, I will recommend goat skull. It will last long for you, and the bone is really, really strong. But the ram bone is not that strong. Oh. I have to tell you, you have to be very careful. And since I've been using this my goat skull, it has been working well for me. Everything, I love this skull. I love it. So I don't see why we need another one, but I just want to use this for illustration. Okay, for people that cannot have goats, you can also use ram. You can see this one already falling out, and this is even shaking. So if I said I'll use super glue. So if you want something that will last long, get a goat skull. Okay, apart from that, you can use this too. It's still a bone, and you can still work for whatever you want to use it to do. Okay, you get the skull, you boil it, then you put it in the ground. There's some things that you need to do. I will not tell you those things. It's for only my students. But first thing you need to get is first, and you will use it. It is good for communicating with spirits of the dead, ancestors, and of course the principles of death. Of course, they need a place to stay, and this is the perfect home for them. Okay, something that have passed through from this life to the next life. That's why you see the bones represented. So if you're venerating deities like this, you must have a house for them, and this is the perfect house for this kind of deities. Okay, so for those people that want to have something like this, recommend it. It's very, very good and highly recommendable. This is something that you cannot ignore in your practice. You will get to a stage where you have advanced in your practice. You must come to terms with this principle of death, and you must start acknowledging it and venerating it. Okay, there's no two ways about it. We will all die one day, so you better start getting used to that idea and make him one of your best friends. Okay, when they say when death smiles as a man, all the man can do is just to smile back. You cannot ignore. So just start getting used to this principle and start making use of the little time that we have to make it useful, productive to your generation. Live a kind of life that is worth emulating, make positive impact, so that when you go, people will remember you, make good connection, build positive, lasting legacy. They will say, yes, people will remember you when you die. They just don't forget about you. They'll be calling that man, he did something, he transformed, touched my life. You have to use this time judiciously. Everybody must die. Our time here is short. So the sooner you make friends with death, the earlier the better for you. So do not continue to ignore this principle. Okay, so this is what I have for you today. And questions and comments are welcome. I also want to make a little announcement. I am no longer in PayPal. PayPal have blocked me officially from using their service to receive payment. And it has been a wonderful ride. I don't know what I will say about this. So they say that I am currently in another country. That is why they close it. That I should register paper in Nigeria. I have only been out of Nigeria for 6 months. I don't know why they will do this. I've been using paper for more than 20 years before. I will travel for more than 1 year, 2 years to other countries. I still use the same paper. This has never happened before. I don't know. Since I started this new one, I start using it for this channel. Almost every 3 months, they will be asking me to be verified document. I keep verifying the same documents. My account has never have an issue. For whatever reason, they say that because I'm here in Nigeria, I should close it. And I should open Nigerian paper. And guess what? African paper accounts, you cannot use it to receive money from abroad. You can also use it, you can only use it to send money outside Nigeria. I cannot use it to receive. If I ever receive money, I cannot transfer it to my account. And if I want to transfer it, the exchange rate is the criminal exchange rate that they are using. So it is not used for me anymore. So they have shut it down. And most of people, they use it to send money to me. So please, paper is dead now. You cannot, my account is dead. And I want to stop using them. I need to move forward. So now I'm switching to other conventional means. There's SendWave, World Remit, and of course MoneyGram, Western Union, and cryptocurrency is still there. I will be using all those kind of means, but no more paper again. No. Our journey is over, and I don't think I'll be using it anymore. So this is my announcement for those people that have been sending, those my students. We need to have another means and to send this to start using. Okay, so I just want to make that announcement here. Despite that, everything is still moving forward. Okay, we can only go forward. Nothing will stop us. If they like to, it's their own stuff. Sanction paper, I will still create my own stuff. We have Bitcoin, we have an USDT cryptocurrency. Nobody can be able to sanction all those ones. So it didn't really affect me. Okay, so if you want to buy my book, it is still here. Quantum Physics and African Spirituality. For those people that have not got the book, please, you need to get your copy. This is the first book on quantum physics in the history of Nigeria. It actually explains the details of the subject, the interrelationship between science and spirituality, the origin of modern science from African spirituality, a lot of spiritual evidence in this book if you are not gotten it, especially if you are an educated African, you went to a university, you know nothing about African spirituality, and you really want to know. This is a book that is written from an authentic African spiritualist, me. I practice and I practice what I preach. This book will help you a lot, empower you. It's a very powerful book. It's not a book to play with. It is just $50. This other one too, Walking in the Shadow of the Gods. If you want to know how to do spells, African spells, empowerment spell, prosperity spell, love spell, hexes, different kind of things, herbs, how to use herbs. If you are a medical doctor, you are a priest, you are a voodoo person, you are a spiritualist, you are an ordinary person, you are into plantology, herbology, you are just curious, this book is very, very invaluable. It will intimate you with so many things that you can do from any part of the world. Okay, you can know this book. There's a lot of things you can do, no matter what your condition is. There's something here for everybody. Whether you're a soccer mom, you're a regular guy, you're an athlete, you're just curious, you want something, you want to enhance your sex life, you want manpower, you want children, you want this, you want that, there's something here for you. So get this book. It's $100, very cheap. Both of them $150. Delivery $200. You have this stuff in your hands. Okay, so you can only get it from me. I don't sell it anywhere else. Okay, it's for those who know and for those who sabi. Now them now go. No, so empower yourself today. Now which you don't know now your mate pass you. Okay, so this is what I have to say today. I thank you all for watching, and I'm very, very delighted as usual. And of course, I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as well. So take care and bye. Peace.